Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we have some banger stories. Like maybe this is going to be the best day of the week, I think, for the podcast. So welcome. Thanks
And
for being
it's
here.
because I'm here.
It's because you're finally back.
I know. I've been working on all the fire stuff. You know, I work on the news desk, so it's been like very busy every morning. Sad I couldn't have been able to join you, but
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm back.
If you're not here on the podcast, it's usually because like
I'm working on stories.
yeah, like the big bosses at TMZ are like, Charlie, get over here. We need you. And they're like, oh, to the other Charlie, me, they're like, oh, no, you go and do whatever. You're not
I
needed.
don't care about where you're at.
So what we're going to talk about today, we'll talk about Carrie Underwood because she is slated to perform at Trump's inauguration.
Yeah, very big announcement, and we have all the details on that.
We'll talk about TikTok because apparently they may have an American buyer, South African buyer. Elon Musk apparently might be buying TikTok.
A lot of people are throwing their name in the ring too, wanting a piece of the pie as well.
To begin with, though, we're going to talk about Jessica Simpson because her and her husband, Eric Johnson, of 10 years of marriage, they just filed for divorce.
Yes, but before we get into that, we want to remind you guys that we are live. We are going to be sifting through your comments. So any comments you have about any of these three stories, please let us know. Our producers, Branson and Wild, they're going through, and we will get to those at the very end of the show.
Okay.
But Jessica Simpson ending her relationship with Eric Johnson on the heels of like split rumors that have been going on for like what? The past year?
Well, I mean, they haven't been wearing their wedding rings, so that's
right,
kind of...
But that also doesn't really mean... I'm not wearing my wedding ring.
Oh, trouble in paradise?
Still married, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Sorry if you're listening, Johnny.
No, he's not listening.
Okay. So that's a telltale sign. They haven't been pictured together since I think it was like
a while.
June last year.
They haven't posted each other either on Instagram or social media for a while as well.
Also, like a month or two ago, Jessica Simpson came out with that weird post, basically saying how she's like happy. She wants to sort of like treat herself better.
A new chapter in her life. People were like, oh, she might just be talking about new music, but it was kind of like eerie what she had mentioned. But so we actually confirmed and got a statement from Jessica Simpson last night. And she said, Eric and I have been living separately, navigating a painful situation in our marriage. Our children come first, and we are focusing on what is best for them. We are grateful for all the love and support that has been coming our way and appreciate privacy right now as we work through this as a family.
Well, you were a family.
Right.
Well,
I guess you still
sad.
co-parent.
It's sad. I mean, Jessica Simpson, I came to know her when she was like with Nick Lachey, obviously.
You didn't know her before that?
Well, her and Nick Lachey were just like...
a power couple.
Yeah, it was like a power couple. And so obviously they ended...
But you didn't know like, he's irresistible. You didn't know that one?
It doesn't ring a bell, to be honest.
Oh, man, she had some bangers.
Yeah.
She wasn't like the top, like blonde bombshell pop star at her time, but she was definitely like huge in her own right.
Was she with John Mayer at some point?
Yes.
As well?
The song, Your Body is...
Your body is a wonderland.
Yes, was allegedly about Jessica Simpson.
Oh, well, I wonder who's going to get to explore that wonderland now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys are going to be sliding into her DMs.
Every newly single woman, I always go, Tom Brady. It's got to be Tom Brady.
Oh, if Jessica Simpson and Tom Brady were together, that would be hot.
And I'm not even talking about together. I'm just talking about going on a date so the paparazzi can get your photo and it's all funny for them and then we get to talk about, you know what I mean? Like, I could see that happening.
I could see them together.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is sad. They got 3 kids together. She has been spending a lot more time in Nashville recently because she is making a new album.
Right.
You get single, you make music. So that's kind of... I think she started working on the album a lot more when the marriage difficulties started because...
Well, they've had difficulties. I actually read her book a couple years ago, and she talked about a lot of the issues she had with drinking. And she has been open about being like sober for X amount of years, but I know that was like very hard in their marriage when she had struggled with like a drinking problem. So they've definitely been through the ringer in their marriage. And actually, you know, all these rumors has started like a year ago or so. And I actually did a story last February for Valentine's Day. People thought they didn't post each other on Valentine's Day. And that was like a clear that was a telling sign that there was trouble in paradise. But we did a story that she actually went with Eric, her now estranged husband, to a dinner, the Ivy in Santa Monica for Valentine's Day. But you know what? Look, we don't know what happened, what led to their divorce or their split. They haven't filed anything yet. But it's kind of sad. You never want to see families break apart, especially them married for 10 years. That's a long time.
A long time.
Would you consider that a success?
Yeah.
Successful marriage is 10 years. What is
It could
the
be more
number?
successful. It could be more successful.
Yeah, okay. So it's like mediocre range. Mediocre, successful marriage.
Successful is to death do us part. That's really
Yeah.
successful. But I think that if you have a happy marriage and then you change and the other person changes, it's okay to go your separate ways.
Yeah.
Not that that'll happen to me or you.
No.
We're happy. We'll
One and
always
done.
be happy.
One
and
and
done
done.
for us.
All
Okay,
right.
let's get on with the next story. Carrie Underwood is going to perform at Trump's inauguration, and people have all different types of opinions. Some love it, some hate it. Carrie came out with a statement saying, "I love our country, and I'm honored to have been asked to sing at the inauguration and to be a small part of this historic event. I am humbled to answer the call at a time when we must all come together in the spirit of unity and looking to the future." Okay, so that would be, that'd be pretty interesting to see Carrie Underwood up there. It's like high-profile singer.
Absolutely. I mean, she's got some bangers. When I took my key. Yeah, I mean, you like her music. Sorry.
It's a very singing day for us.
I
today,
know.
Well,
I mean,
she's, not going to perform those songs. She's going to perform America the Beautiful.
Yes.
Which will be
I hope
good.
she sings some of the bangers, though, because she's amazing.
Have we said bangers too many times on this
I
episode?
know. Or is it just me you're pointing out?
No,
Have you
I mean,
said it out? Have you
I
said
think-
it at all?
I said it first, and I
Oh,
think
you
you
did?
heard me say it at
And
the top
now
of the
I'm
episode.
saying it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like my vernacular.
I gotta get a little creative, I guess.
You do. The Village people are also part of the inauguration festivities.
Which is so interesting to me because, Trump had been using their YMCA song at so many rallies.
Mhm.
And then they had correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they say they didn't like that or
Yeah.
something?
They were against him.
Yeah, but now it's I guess they're just leaning in.
Nothing.
I feel like a lot of people are leaning in this time around for Trump because now we kind of know more than half of the country is Republican. I think a lot of artists were too scared and too unsure for his first presidency to really endorse him. And it was really controversial at that time as well. Now I feel like people are kind of leaning in to the change and are like, okay, it didn't work with Biden. Maybe it will with Trump. And also even people on the Democratic side too are trying to say hey guys, we can't keep up this division. We got to also embrace the new change. Well, not everybody, but some, right?
Some are leaning in, some are leaning out.
Totally. But I think a majority of people are leaning in light of the overwhelming amount of voters for Trump.
Yeah, I think it's a very polarized country still, and it will continue to be. Probably get even more polarized, actually, because it's not like Trump is this great unifier and we're so hopeful now that maybe it won't be so bad. Wait till he takes office, and then all this shit will go down.
I definitely think that's one viewpoint, but I feel like I do think there's less of that. I don't know.
There's less of it right now. I think we're kind of crossing our fingers. Hopeful, please.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes. But I just think that as you were saying, the trend towards Trump and embracing Trump is exemplified perfectly by these musicians, both the Village people, and Carrie Underwood didn't even endorse the guy. She just said, I didn't want to get political. And now they're both performing at the inauguration. So I think everyone's coming to kiss the ring of the king.
I mean, we've seen all the billionaires who spoke out against
Totally.
Trump now kissing the ring. Like you see Jeff Bezos going out to little luncheon at Mar-a-Lago. You're seeing other billionaires kind of embracing him and wanting a piece of the pie.
If you can't beat him, join him.
Right.
Okay, on to our final story. TikTok is due to be banned.
This is giving me anxiety. Is it giving you anxiety? We're both on TikTok. I love TikTok.
I mean, I like it fine. I could do without it. I wouldn't really care.
I learned so much on it, which maybe is not the greatest thing to say,
book.
but I love
Says the guy that never reads books.
Yeah,
okay,
facts,
but anyway.
facts.
But yeah, it's very interesting because it's due to be banned the day before Trump takes office. So the 19th of January. and, there's an emergency like Supreme Court case trying to overturn that. But apparently the Supreme Court justices, agree with the original decision that it could be used for spying and political manipulation. Like, it's a Chinese app. China, they've banned every American app. You can't get any American app on your phone in China. You can't even.
So then we're supposed to ban theirs.
It's not a tit for tat thing. It's just like they're not our ally in the world, and we know.
But like,
we know too much. We know too much about technology now. We know it's spying.
Explain this to me. It's like a security thing, right?
Security.
Do I care if someone's watching me through my phone, through TikTok? Like, what are they going to learn about me? Like, oh, what's my hotmail.com password? Like, what? I mean, they're not going to find anything that's going to be like revealing to the US.
I know, but they're not like spying on you when you're getting changed. They're like spying on all Americans so that they know what we're like and what motivates us. And they can feed us whatever information they want in the algorithm to like change our minds. Like, we know too much about media and propaganda that we can all be swayed collectively if China decides to do this.
Are you really worried?
Yes.
You've had it for years. Do you feel like your brain has been tinkered with?
We don't know. But the thing is, like, we know too much about technology and what it can do to people that, why don't we just use, like, TikTok? Why don't we use American version of TikTok? You know what I mean? Like, we already got Instagram Reels.
Well, and there are people trying to buy, like, a U.S. version of TikTok, right?
Well, Elon Musk, apparently, like, Bloomberg came out with this massive report saying that TikTok is talking to Elon Musk and X, like his platform X, to try to acquire the US version of TikTok. The head honchos at TikTok have like shut down that rumor, saying we can't be expected to comment on pure fiction.
Basically denying the story.
Denying it. But interestingly, Elon Musk, who tweets 150 times a day,
he does,
hasn't commented on it, which is peculiar for someone like him. He comments on everything.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and a lot of other people are trying to buy it as well. I think Mr. Beast said that he wanted to buy it.
I mean, everyone.
Which, like, aren't they saying it's like $500 billion to buy?
It's expensive, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Mr. Beast is going to be able to afford that. But also Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, he's trying to, like, get his name in there. Personally, I don't care who saves the ship, right? Like, somebody, please, for the love of God, save TikTok.
I feel like something's got to happen before, like, Sunday. I think Sunday's the day. Something's got to happen. It's like, otherwise, you won't be able to download it from the App Store. And probably when you open your app, TikTok app on, like, January the 20th, it'll say not available in your area.
But can't you just get like a VPN?
You could.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's ways around it, but like,
if you're really desperate for your TikTok.
But your reach won't be as big because majority of people won't be on it or won't be even using the VPN.
All right, read out the comments for us, Charlie.
All right, so on the Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson split, Shannon said, Jessica Simpson, don't be sad. Just think of Queen. Another one down, another one gone, another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust.
Love it. Justin said, oh, I miss Jessica Simpson. Public Affair days. Take me back to the skating ring.
Is Public Affair like her song or her show or something?
Public Affair.
Nice.
Sorry. Heather A. said, Jessica Simpson should be single for a while. Marriage is overrated. Bottom line, people change.
Is marriage overrated, Charlie?
I mean, I don't think like my life has changed for the better or anything like that. Do you feel like that?
I don't think that my life has changed for the better.
And actually, they say that is a sign of a good marriage. Nothing should change.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you should already be in a good relationship so that when you get married, nothing changes.
Yeah, I mean, we're still just as good friends as we were before we got married. But we got kids and we got settled down. I think life is far better. And I'm not just saying that because my wife does listen to the podcast.
Sweet. I guess I don't have like the whole kid thing.
You have the cat thing. You have the cat thing.
Oh, yes. And I do love the cat situation. I'm a watchin' said, successful marriage is staying married, not for 10 years. Yeah, that is definitely an argument.
So if you get fired from your job or if you quit your job after 10 years, was that a not success? I guess you didn't do death do us part.
Yeah, I guess job is a little different.
Yeah, it is different. Even though some people say marriage is a little like a job.
Yeah, but I think if you're in a relationship for 10 years, not a marriage, and it ends, I don't think that's a success. Right? That's a waste of your time.
If you're happy for a long time and then you get unhappy and so leave. If you're happy for most of the time, then I think you say it's a success.
But what if you're not happy, you're just comfortable?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Carrie Underwood, a story about her performing at Trump's inauguration. Janie said, not for this ding dong. What is she thinking? Do you think this is going to affect some of her fans? Like they're not going to like her anymore?
Do you think it's going to affect American Idol? She is going to be the judge in American Idol this season. I wonder what, Simon Cowell or what's his name, Lithgow was thinking. Nigel Lithgow.
She's also like a country star. I mean, I think a majority of their base are probably
Republican.
It's not
totally unexpected.
Yeah.
It's not like Katy Perry came out as like performing at Trump.
Yeah, right. For Elon, maybe buying TikTok, Eminem said, my daughter's friends at school are losing it because TikTok might go away. I know, it's so sad.
It'll be so interesting. Just like socially, what would happen if everybody's favorite app went away?
We got to get something else because like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they just don't add up. Let's go back to MySpace.
I'd go back to MySpace.
Yeah, me too. Top 12 friends.
Oh, would I be in your top 12? Would I be in your top 12?
Not be on there. Sorry. A couple of miscellaneous comments. Irene said, good morning, Charlie and Charlie. Happy to see you together again.
Thank you, Irene.
Woo woo. Crushing it. Jennifer said, I freaking love it when the Charlies are together.
Us
Yay.
Us too.
Thanks, Jen. Eminem said, Charlie Cotton, we love that color on you.
Thank you.
It is a good color. It's very like LA ocean blue.
It brings out my eyes. Brings out my beautiful baby blues.
You don't have blue eyes.
I got baby blues.
You have like the blue eyes that don't get compliments.
No.
Yes, because there's like a spectrum. I hate the people with blue eyes that are like, oh, I have blue eyes.
Oh, sorry.
Like
it sounds like a brown eyes thing to say.
I'm just the blue-eyed people.
Did you like play that brown-eyed girl? Like imagine I singing it to you.
Yes.
I bet you did in your car. Like, the boy
jam.
who likes
great
me
jam.
singing it to me. No, I mean, my wife has brown eyes, so I can't say anything.
My husband has blue eyes.
Oh, wow. There we go. We're similar.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.